Hi, this is Heather with Keep It Simple Social Media. And in this video, I want to hold your hand and show you how you can take one piece of content and put it on several different types of social media platforms. Now, in this particular case, we're going to use a video, but I'm going to walk you through the entire process of how we set this up, how we shared it, and how we can continue to use this content, this one video, to get more and more pieces, repurposing of that video content onto your social media. So for now, I'm going to walk you through each one of the platforms that we did when we created this video to help you understand how you too can create better content on your social media. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Okay, so I've opened up my screen, and what I'm showing you first of all is I'm on Zoom. So right now I am actually shooting this video, recording the screen on Zoom. And when it's finished, what Zoom will do is it will download the recording into a file. I am then going to open that file, and I'm going to have to edit the first few seconds off of that video because it has a black screen. So that's the very first thing you're going to do. So either you can do a video just yourself, just like I'm doing right now. You could share your screen and talk. But when you want to produce that video after it is on your desktop, you do have to edit off the first few seconds because it has, by default, a black screen. Okay, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to find our Zoom on our desktop computer, and I'm going to show you how you edit it. So you can see I'm in my documents. At the very bottom it says Zoom. So if I click on Zoom, what I then want to do is I want to find the date for which I shot that video. And when I find it, then what I do is I go up to the little black box where it says Zoom, and I'm going to double click on that, and it's going to open the video up just like you see right now. Now remember, I was saying it has a black screen and we need to edit the first few seconds off in order for that to not appear. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the word edit. Now you notice when I opened the video, it opened in QuickTime Player. So we're going to go ahead and click edit, and we're going to go trim, because what we want to do is we want to trim the video from the front and of course trim the end off when we were closing up. So now we go down, we're going to grab the little yellow bar and we're going to pull it across, and we're going to stop it where we believe the beginning of the video is. And what we kind of want to try to have is a nice look. So there we go, the black is gone. And then we go to the very end of the video and we click on the yellow bar and we just take it a little bit till you're at the very end. You can see you're talking and it's done. Now you click on the blue where it says trim and you click trim, and now your video has trimmed the front off and the end off, and now all I have to do is close it down. And then it asks me to name this new file. So I'm going to call this trimmed video lesson, right? And then I choose where I want this to be on my computer, and I always like to keep it on the desktop so I know where to find it. And then you click save. And that is how you remove the black off of your Zoom videos. So for me, the first step is I take it over to my Facebook business page, and then I upload the video, such as I've done right here, onto my Facebook business page. Now I still have the video on my desktop, so now I could use it on other social platforms. So once it's on my desktop Facebook business page, I'm then going to hop over to my YouTube channel. From my YouTube channel, I'm just going to upload the video. I'm going to add some tags and a title, and I'm going to publish it onto my YouTube channel. And sometimes I add a cover image. As you can see here, this was the video that I'm talking about today. And I added the cover image using Canva. Canva will specifically give you the thumbnail size for YouTube. So it's pretty simplistic, never easy the first time you do it. Of course, I know that. But once you do it a couple of times, you can even save that template and just change the names of your video. So now I have that video on my Facebook business page, as I showed you earlier. Then it's on my YouTube channel. From my YouTube channel, I can then click on the video. And what I can do is click on the share button. And from the share button, I just want to embed the video. So then I copy this code and I take it over to my website. I go to my website, I go into edit, I go into my blog, and I add the video, and of course I add some text to it as well. So now I've created a video. I have it in Zoom file, it downloaded, it's on my desktop computer. I removed the black off the front of it, and then I uploaded that video to my Facebook business page. From my Facebook business page, I took it over to my YouTube channel. Once it was uploaded to my YouTube channel, I then shared it by copying the embedded code, and I used that to put that video onto my website. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is I then took that video and I dropped it onto, because I'm using Apple, I airdropped it onto my smartphone, and I used an app called InShot. Now, the reason I have to use an app called InShot is because I want to use that video that was in a landscape or a widescreen frame, and I need to change the dimensions of it because I want to put it on IGTV, on Instagram, and it calls for a different format than what the video downloads in from Zoom. So I also changed the cover image on Canva from being a YouTube thumbnail size to being a size that works on IGTV. So I could also use that as a story in my stories on IGTV, as a video, as a story to give you a heads up that I've done a video and it's on my IGTV. I can even use some of the little GIFs that Stories has that says watch IGTV. So there's lots of things you can do and you can experiment with. Now, it does take time to learn how to do all this, but what I'm expressing here is one piece of content can travel on so many other social platforms just by learning how to use each one of those platforms. Not as an expert, but you will get better more and more time. It's time on task is what we always like to say. So now I have changed the format of the video from being a landscape format to being a vertical by using an app called InShot. From InShot, I can upload that video directly to IGTV. Now, something that I always do to simplify things is in my notes, I always have all my hashtags written out. So I don't have to sit and write each hashtag out. I have 3 different layouts for depending on what I'm posting. And then I always leave a little bit of room so you can have 30 hashtags on Instagram. Instead of me writing out and saving all 30 of them, I might have 20 hashtags written out. And then depending on what my video is about or my post is about for Instagram, then I can tailor that last 10 hashtags to match what my post is about. So now I have that video downloaded from Zoom, uploaded onto my Facebook business page. From my Facebook business page, I put it onto YouTube. From YouTube, I shared the code by embedding it onto my website. From my website, I just airdropped the video from my desktop computer to my smartphone. I went onto my app called InShot, and on InShot, I changed the format so it would fit on IGTV. I then uploaded it right from my phone to IGTV. As you can see, it is right here. Now I'm going to share with you the next thing that I did with this video, I then logged into my LinkedIn account. On my LinkedIn account, I went ahead and I added the video to my LinkedIn as a post. So now I also have this video on my LinkedIn account. I then further took that video and I took it over to Twitter. So you can see that we are getting the absolute most out of taking the time to shoot that video, because let's be honest, that video does take probably a good half hour, 45 minutes from the time that you set it up with the person you're setting it up with, or if you're just doing the video yourself, that you still have to prepare. And then you want to get the most out of that video because of the amount of time that you've put in. And not just that, but it looks beautiful on all the other platforms as well. So here is a way for you to repurpose one type of content. And if that content is evergreen, as we like to say, that means that nothing in that video that you've shot is runs out with time, so to speak. So it is valid next year, it's relevant in a couple of months from now. You could actually take pieces of that video and you could use them in your Instagram stories. And of course, you can share your stories on your Facebook stories. LinkedIn now has stories. So there's a lot of different things that you can keep doing with that video. But the best thing about it is you should think about the fact that that video worked so well for you that you might even consider doing more videos. Once a month you do a video, and then you can start building your YouTube library. But not just your YouTube library, then you can start to have blogs on your website. And the reason I'm telling you about this is because each time that you go onto your website and you add new content, what you're actually doing is giving your website a heartbeat, because websites are generally static. That means that they don't change very often. So my recommendation is that at least once a month, which is probably not a lot, but it can be time consuming, is that you take the time, you do a market update, you do an interview, you do a video, and then you share that video on all the platforms that you can in order to get the most out of it. And it will just be a matter of time before you get better and better. Now, if you need any help or you're a little bit confused with anything that I've said, you know that I have hundreds of videos on exactly what I've just talked to you about today. But if you are lost and you need more guidance, then just reach out to me and I would be more than happy to guide you through exactly what I've just gone over today. Remember, everyone, keep it simple.